be telling a Scot-Irish folktale called Old One-Eye. Get comfortable and enjoy. One time, there was an old woman, and she lived way up in the hills in a log cabin all by herself. Now, she'd been saving her money and saving her money, so she was just about rich. She kept her money in a little leather pouch hid way up in the chimney corner. And every night, that old lady would sit there, and she would rock back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and she would card her wool. Scritch, scratch, scritch, scratch, scritch, scratch. Now, over by the wall, by the chimney, there was a big dry fish just hanging there by its tail, with one eye staring out into the room. She called it Old One Eye because he only had one eye, and he was kind of old. She caught him last year. She walked up to that old one-eyed fish every night and got her butcher knife and cut a chunk out of him and chewed it up really good and went to bed. 3 robbers they came into the area and they heard about her gold. So one night they went up there fixing to rob her. The chief of the robbers had only one eye. On account, the other one got put on a fight, so he called him Old One Eye. That Old One Eye took his men up to the hollow behind that old woman's house and hid them there. You, he called the first robber, you go up there and spy on that old woman, and when she goes to bed, you come back down here and get us, and we'll go up there and steal her gold. So the first robber snuck up to the cabin and found a hole between the logs, and he looked in. And of course, there was that old lady sitting there, just rocking in a carton. Scritch, scratch, scritch, scratch, scritch, scratch, scritch, scratch. Before you know it, well, that's 2. That's 1. 2 more coming. I'll get my butcher knife. Boss, that robber jumped up and ran back down to the holler. That lady's a witch. She saw right through the wall and said, that's 1. 2 more coming. I'll get my butcher knife. So such nonsense, said Old One Eye. You were just scared. That old lady can't see through a solid wall. I don't even know if she can see in front of her. You, he called the second robber, you go up there and spy on that old woman. And when she goes to bed, you come back down here and get us. And we'll go up there and steal her gold. So the second robber snuck up to the cabin, and he looked in that hole. And of course, there was that old lady just sitting there, rocking in a carton. Skits, scratch, scritch, scratch, scritch, scratch. The first thing you know, well, that's 2. 1 more coming. I'll get my butcher knife. Jimmy, that robber jumped up and ran back down to the holler. That lady is a witch. She's a witch. Let's get out of here, men. You 2 are just playing chicken, said Old One Eye. I guess I'll just have to go out there myself and spy on that old woman, and when she goes to bed, I'll steal her gold and get all the money to myself. So Old One Eye himself snuck up to the cabin, and he looked in the hole with his one good eye. And of course, there was that old lady, just sitting there, rocking in a carton. Scritch, scratch, scritch, scratch, scritch, scratch. Goodness gracious me! Well, that's 3. I better get into my butcher knife and cut a chunk out of you, Old One Eye. That robber's face just lit up. He jumped up and ran back down as fast as he can to the holler. That lady is a witch. You 2 were right. Come on, man. We need to get out of here. So, Old One Eye and his man were out of there, and they never came back into that area. But all that old woman did was go over and get out her butcher knife and cut a chunk out of Old One Eye, chew him up, and go to bed. And she slept sound all night long.